Now I'd like to bring back to the podium, Miss Carolina with the rest of the Dunlap Interact program.
Hi everyone, thank you for having us here today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Interact and why I got into the club. So with over 50 members at Interact Club this year, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to run this club with our amazing board. I love helping run Interact because I find it's a club that makes people want to help their community. And with the many service opportunities we offer, the intriguing fundraisers we host, I enjoy watching how Interact is able to incentivize high school students to volunteer because normally that's not something that a lot of them are thinking to do. For me, what got me into Interact was exactly this, the fact that I was enjoying the volunteering opportunities that I got and the community that Interact is. And the fact that I was able to help others while I was having a good time with my friends was something that I was looking for in the club, but not a lot of clubs have. So I will now turn it over to my VP, Rian Shambi.
Hi everyone. So I would like to take this chance to talk about some of the specific volunteer opportunities that Interact has had in the past, and some that I've specifically taken part of. So one of the main volunteer opportunities presented to members of Dunlap Interact is the Midwest Food Bank, and as I'm sure many of you know, the overall focus of the organization is to provide food packages for those in need. And it's a great way to get high school students like myself into volunteering. And personally, the food bank was the first place I volunteered at. It was a fun time. I got to hang out with my friends while serving the community. But I also gained a deeper understanding of volunteer work. I recall speaking with workers at the food bank who explained how necessary the food packages were for some people. And the conversation really put into perspective how fortunate I am and how vital it is to try to give back to the community as much as possible. And another place our members usually volunteer at is the Wildlife Scary Park. So around the month of October during Halloween time, the Wildlife Prairie Park turns into a Halloween themed park filled with spooky decorations. And volunteers get to camp out in hiding spaces and scare children that pass by on trail. And for me personally, it was a very fun experience. I volunteered at the place with some friends and we got to scare kids, so it wasn't a bad way to get some volunteer hours. And then another volunteer experience that I've personally taken part of is the Christmas parade, and it's actually one of the most memorable volunteer experiences I've had because I did it with some friends, and the weather was freezing, but we got through it and we completed the parade, and overall we just had a good time. And there are many other volunteer opportunities that our club has, whether it be through school events or other organizations. But overall, volunteering has taught me a lot about myself and the importance of serving our community. And now I would like to turn over to our secretary, Samira Joshi.
Hi everyone, as Rayon mentioned, I am Interact Club Secretary. Today I would like to thank all of you for this amazing opportunity to come and speak, which is something that a lot of high schoolers can't say that they've done. So thank you guys for that. And then I would like to talk to you all about the importance of Interact in a school. So Interact is typically seen as a volunteer club, and in comparison to Key Club at my school, a lot of people don't really pay attention, but this club does work in so many different ways, and it's so beneficial to young teens like myself. So the first thing I'd like to mention about that is it involves the community. I think being a student is already pretty difficult as it is, but then to also get the opportunity to talk with people like yourselves who've gone through these experiences and made these changes and experienced all these stuff, it just makes it 10 times easier to go through it ourselves. The next thing is impact on students and with their relationship within the community. So I know personally that I don't really know many people in Peoria specifically, so being here or being a part of Interact does introduce you to different people who come from different backgrounds and experiences, because I'm confident some of you are in finance, and if someone's interested in that, they can talk to you and really explore that part of working and really see what it's like to actually do that. The next thing would be new people. I never would have met these lovely people if I hadn't joined this club. So I would like to thank this club for existing because I wouldn't be here otherwise. Additionally, it just gives you those connections and you get to meet new people. I would never have met Mr. Olson until my junior year. So now here I am getting to see that. And the next thing I'd like to talk about is experience in diverse places. I don't think I ever would have had the opportunity to work with animals if you don't volunteer at Wildlife Scary Park, or to really experience how much food scarcity can impact people if I hadn't worked at Midwest Food Bank or done anything like that. And lastly, I would like to introduce, or she's not last, but next I would like to introduce Shrestha Kalapali, our reporter.
Hi everyone. So I'm Shrestha, and I'm going to speak about what community impacts New Interact provides. So we try to make sure that we stay involved with the community around us, and we do volunteering at food banks and Rian said at the Wildlife Scary Park. So I'm just going to talk about some of the events that we've done and kind of reinforce what Rian said. So we love to host our football playoffs can drive, and our cupcake wars, and then are volunteering at the Ronald McDonald House. So with our canned food drive, during January and February, with the playoffs and the Super Bowl being around, we have this can drive where people just all around the school just bring in cans, especially our members, and we just try and meet our goal of trying to win the Super Bowl. And at the end of it, we donate all the cans that we get to Midwest Food Bank, and that helps them out a lot. Along with that, we had our Cupcake Wars, and we started that just last year. So with the Cupcake Wars, we held them in March for St. Patrick's Day, and a bunch of people around the school, not just our members, joined so then they could have fun with their friends and decorate cupcakes. But all the money that we got from that, we donated to Midwest Food Bank, which is about over $200, I believe. So that could definitely help them out as well, and we plan to do that again. And lastly, I'll be talking about how our volunteering at the Ronald McDonald Charities House also helped. So we would team up with other clubs, such as our UNICEF club, and we get a good team out there to help pick up and settle out food for the people living there. Obviously, the people living there are in some difficult situations, so it's kind of just our little way to help them in any way that we can. So these are just a couple organizations that we help. We try and get out as many different organizations around Peoria to see that we can help overall our community. And we're a strong community-based club, so we continue to get involved, and we hope to get more as the year goes on. So now I'll introduce our club member, Isabella Duso.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Isabella Duso, and I'm here to talk about how Interact has truly impacted the lives of many members like myself at school. One of the biggest benefits and opportunities that Interact presents to its members is the opportunity to give back to the community. Being a part of this club truly lets us make a difference in the world and lives around us, whether it be through fundraisers, organized events, or supporting local causes. As a freshman last year, I scoured the club fair looking for a club that truly fit me. Interact was that club. Looking at the board, I truly respected them, seeing how much they cared for others, even before themselves. As club day rolls around every other week, I find myself excited to step into Mr. Olson's room. On those club days, I find myself doing one of my favorite things, giving back. Every other Friday, we meet together as a club to make blankets for local hospitals for the patients that are there. The blankets that are made on club days by our members are brought to patients going through chemo around our area. Doing this provides a sense of happiness and comfort to those patients, something they need during such a hard time that they're going through. As I was in their position 6 months ago, sitting in a hospital bed for 2 weeks, I know how much small things matter to them, and Interact provides that small thing to them. Looking towards the future, I hope to continue to build up Interact, helping it reach its full potential. I hope to run for a treasurer next year, joining the beautiful board, and I just want to thank the board, Mr. Olson, and you guys for truly supporting a club that has an impact. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys, and thank you to my board. At this time, if there are any questions, we would love to answer them. So, on your guys' item, you want to walk over there? I'm going. Yeah, go near first.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great job, you guys.
Thank you.
How many members do you have?
We have a little bit over 50 members, and each year we try to include new projects that can kind of get more people in, because we know that some people don't like going to club days, so we try to make the club interesting and fun. So yeah, we're trying to build each year. So yeah.
I have a question. Two questions. First one, are you guys doing that disgusting chocolate milk run thing? Is that your disgusting thing?
No, that's not ours.
Okay, good, because that's
Okay.
disgusting.
Good.
That's Richwood's, yeah.
What does it take to get students involved in groups like yours? I'm advisor for Rotary at ICC, and college students are even more distracted than you are, if that seems possible.
Yes.
How do we recruit members? How do we keep them? What do you recommend to me?
Well, what we've done, like I stated, we do a lot of fun programs. So one of the things we included last year was our Cupcake Wars, which was when you pay a $5 entry fee and you get to decorate cupcakes that are St. Patrick's themed. And then I think that creates like a fun environment that everyone's willing to come and join. And then during that program, we're able to go around each table and talk a little bit about Interact, why they should join. And normally the people who go to those programs, we see them pop up during club days and stuff. So that's our way of getting those members for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions?
I'm not phone. That's my problem.
All right. All right. So if there's no more questions, I would like to reintroduce Miss. Sorry. Ashley.